So, a new season is here with a brand new season pass card in En Sabah Nur, and people are asking right now if he's any good, worth picking up in the season pass. And I'm gonna give you a slight spoiler, I don't really think he is. Today I ran him in my strongest deck, I would say, the deck that I always jump to whenever I need to get to Infinite any season, and he gave me a negative win rate as far as I'm aware. Maybe slightly positive, but negative cube rate. There were a couple of games where, like, yeah, I probably could have won, or I could have lost less cubes if I'd left, but I just wanted to stick around for the fun of it. This card, I don't know if it's because the deck I'm running him in is wrong, or just the fundamental way this card works is wrong. It is a much worse blink. The thing with blink is you're always guaranteed to get a card that is more cost than the card that's putting into your deck. This card, almost every single time that I played it, gave me HUD. Slight spoilers for the video, I suppose, but it gave me HUD like almost every single time, and the deck always thrives off of actually drawing HUD early, which I guess is also an unfortunate turn of events. Let me show you the deck. So this is it. It's my evolved deck. It is the deck I return to YouTube with. It is the deck that I'm probably best known for. There are some changes here. Initially in the video, I left Gorgon in instead of Daredevil, which is where the deck used to stand. Daredevil is mainly here because of all of the Star-Lord. Now you might be asking, where's the Cosmo? Yeah, I decided not to run Cosmo because it counters this deck extremely heavily. It's all on reveals, so having a Cosmo in it doesn't really work too well in your favor. So I'll briefly run down the deck and then give my final thoughts on En Sabah Nur and then give you guys some gameplay. So, the deck. I'll just briefly go through it because I do have a video up on my channel that showcases everything about the deck, but the general idea is Merlin has the evolve spell and Cersei also has the evolve thing. That works perfectly well with Sentry. Then when you have HUD thrown in there as well for the evolves, and you have Rhino for the rock, you have Mysterio for the zero cost Mysterio things, you start to get a lot of evolves that are giving you a lot of benefit. Things like Surge, if you were to evolve Surge on the last turn, you don't really need to worry about it anymore. It's a 2-1, so you get a 3 cost. Same with Daredevil, used to be Gorgon, same kind of effect. If you evolve it on the last turn, it's no longer relevant anyway, so it's always good. Bishop, Sasquatch, and Mysterio work well as a combo, and everything else kind of just speaks for itself. I thought putting En Sabah Nur in here would be a good idea because this deck almost always filled its front row, so that card would trigger every turn, right? So if this card was like a 4-5 and it had the effect of the transformed Apocalypse, it might be pretty good. I don't know if it would be on like Iska levels or Star-Lord levels or Finn levels or anything like that, which is what it needs to be competing with. It's just the fundamental issue with the deck is you need to fill your front lane with cards, which means you have to have a lot of low-cost cards in your deck, meaning that by the time it triggers, it's rarely pulling out a card that costs more than it. With this deck, yes, it fills the front lane. The only downside is it's always going to pull a Cersei onto a lane full of things that you don't want, and a Nihilus to send over something when you're not prepared. Sasquatch is a good one. Sentry is pretty decent as well. There's nothing that screams bad, and the fact that it hits the lowest power card is the best part of it. It will almost always hit HUD or Mysterios, which you do have to bear in mind is random. It won't understand the fact that the real Mysterio has 4 power, so it might hit that one as well. But in general, this deck is really fun. I would probably revert it back to what I had it initially. Instead of En Sabah Nur, it does make the deck worse, that's the only downside. So back to the card itself, I wouldn't recommend getting this. You have the entire season to kind of suss whether it's good or not, and right now, data is saying no. I haven't seen all the decks people playing with this, so there could be something somebody has cooked that really makes the card shine. This isn't it though, sadly. I think putting this deck back to what I had it initially would net you a lot more wins than putting this card in it. So if that's what you're looking for, I can always make a video on that without this card in it and kind of like updating this deck to what it should be in this meta, because it is maybe a few seasons behind, but I am rambling, I realize. So without any further ado, I'll show you some games. Oh, here we go. We already have the new card. This effect is cool. I know people have made videos on the card already, more than likely, but I haven't actually seen anything on it yet. Wow, you're really making my my quest easy to achieve, huh? I'll play Surge. It's probably often better to play Merlin with Ninja on the board, but also getting Surge going when you have things like a lot of 2-cost cards. Ooh, that's a bit of a pain. We can actually get En Sabah Nur going already. Sure. Let's do it just to see the card in action. That's a classic bot move right there. Now, the only negative... Really? The only negative implications of doing this is if I was to pull a Nihilus, and then a Nihilus sends over my Mysterio. But it might be a net positive, kinda, because I'm sending over the other two negative ones. Let's see. Let's see what we get. Most of my options are good, apart from the HUD, really. I'll more than likely play Cersei on left next turn. I have not seen a bot but Baron Mortar. That is weird that it doesn't have a sound effect, and I got HUD. Not optimal, but also not the end of the world. Do Cersei here and then Demon there. I'm really not sure what second dinner we're cooking with this bot, but Mercury and Merlin. Okay. Interesting. So middle will go to 3. I would win it, but they have Nightcrawler. I should say I would win it if I were to play another card there, but they have Nightcrawler. So let's put that there, that there, that there. Although they're likely retreating, but yeah. To be expected, to be expected. Pretty cool seeing this card in action though. Okay, let's not make the same mistake this time. Let's just play Merlin. Ooh, okay. I still think HUD into Surge is, well, I mean, honestly, it's probably the best play. I was considering once in futuring Surge, but it messes with Surge's proc. That's the only downside. Another once in future. We could. I guess it's always Bishop, right? Bishop once in future, and then we can put Demon middle. I'm tempted to snap, but Star-Lord, sadly, because I've removed some of my tech cards, Not really doing much against Star-Lord here. Although realistically, I could get rid of Gorgon, seeing that Merlin and other cards aren't running rampant as much. Magic is scary. I'm mainly scared of Bin Fang Foom. Do I surprise play Limbo on the last turn? Possibly. Okay, let's play around. Oh, I miscalculated my energy. Okay, this becomes slightly more awkward. Plate Mysterio, Sasquatch, once in future. Yeah, I think that'll work. As long as I was going to say Galactus, but they don't have the energy for it, right? There we go, as to be expected. So in this situation, I think I don't snap, you know. Because it might be slightly obvious. What are they likely to do? Could be Arnim Zola. Could be Grandmaster Absorbing Man. In which case this goes to 14, so I just need to make sure I have above 14 in the middle. Can I pull this back, please? Let's play Sentry first. Then Gorgon. Then Omniversal. I want to get Polymorph off though. It's not going to really... Polymorph has to be middle. Okay. Let's just do that. Is probably Arnim Zola into Grandmaster. Okay, let's see. What have they done here? Oh, Finn. 78. Absorbing Man Finn. Yeesh. I was almost catching them off guard. I guess they saw it coming, so it's a very good job I didn't snap. Playing Polymorph left could technically have been okay, but no, Absorbing Man would have taken whatever Mysterio became. I wasn't stopping Finn, really. Especially seeing as Bishop got its power before Finn was played. That was insane on that side. But for this side, probably just playing Gorgon here, honestly. But I didn't predict that happening. Ouch. I am debating removing Gorgon. I'm not really seeing Thanos, Victoria Hand, or Merlin, which are the main things it counters. But it is a surprise play. Nowhere makes Sentry tricky. Is this another Star-Lord deck? Yes. Well, I'll take that. We can just evolve everything here. It's not really furthering any form of game plan, especially against this card, but we'll see. It's getting rid of all of these power increases, but I think it was more a last-ditch attempt to try and pull Cosmo for me than anything else. I suppose now is where they would play like Finn with something else. Just out of curiosity to see what they're going to do. Because I do actually have quite a lot of power. Mysterio and Demon in the middle are going to be quite a lot to hold up against as well. No. Well. Good job, Marvel Boy went off afterwards. Victory! I keep getting Shadowland. I don't know if it's the features location of today or something. But it is definitely helping us out. Jennifer Cow, I don't think this is a Galacti deck. Pulling a Nihilus here. I think that's still pretty good. It works for Surge, sends them a second ninja over. It's just a ramp. Okay, they really do have quite a lot of power here. I don't actually think Annihilus is the right call. This is going to pull something. Again, Hood is in my deck. I don't know why Hood is in my deck every time this happens, but... I swear. I swear. Am I ever winning this? Opponent maybe. Snapped. They could likely move Vision. Yeah. So that's more than likely Finn, right? We get Cersei. Cersei left. Could surprise them. I mean, alright, it's a 6-drop and 2 3-drops. It's almost guaranteed to be higher statted than that. And then maybe Rhino here, and can't really play once in future because it'll block Rhino's proc. But flipping this could catch them off guard. Let's see. I'm not feeling super confident about this one. Probably retreat most of the time, but I love gambling on Cersei, so let's try it. Whoa. You are mine. Actually 1 point off. Not that it matters because of Red Hawk, but whew, that was close. Okay, I tried to rack my head a little bit around what I could add to the deck to help instead of Gorgon, because there's not really much that Gorgon's countering right now. I opted for Daredevil because Daredevil's been used quite a lot to counter the Star-Lord stuff. I know that it's usually used in conjunction with Cosmo and things. It's just a shame because Cosmo counters my deck a little too much. In any lane, really. I don't want to play it on my Surge. I have too many spells from Merlin. I need to Cersei or Annihilus on the last few turns, and then En Sabah Nur as well, whenever that procs. So not really optimal, but I'm hoping just having a Daredevil here helps. It's also not too bad because I can play it and get its effective on turn 5, and then I can evolve it on turn 6 with like Cersei or evolve card as well. A Nopticron. I like the sound of that. We can Mysterio and Daredevil to get Sasquatch the next turn. And also Polymorph. Okay, okay. Everything's looking up, honestly. Kinda want to snap. But I'll just wait and see what this Polymorph does. Maybe. Just in case.
We are Venom.
Interesting. Wow, another bishop. This is kind of crazy. I have a 1-cost Sasquatch. And I get to see what they're going to do. Oh boy. Star-Lord. If I snap, are they going to think that I'm just going to Cosmo them? Sure.
Snap. Victory.
I guess Daredevil's paying off. It's not exactly great for the cubes, but it scared them off. Oh, I think that kind of nukes my bishop.
I am Ego, and this is my domain. Oh, snap!
I used to always snap with Ego. My only downside I'm now noticing is I think this is just a bot anyway, so you don't want to play Omniversal Presence on yourself, no? I think I might have made a fatal mistake. We can only hope that my AI works better than theirs. Just don't play like Cersei on the right or something dumb like that. Whoa. Whoa. Ego with the big plays. That's pretty respectable. What are you gonna do now? Why would you do that? Would you do that? Why would you, once in future, the Cersei? I now lose that location, Ego. And I also lose the right because you've played Sentry. There's no backing out.
Victory!
I am so happy they retreated. I was committed fully to that ego play. Wow. Proceeds to make the most awful play after making the most amazing play. Absolutely incredible. That's why I always snap on ego. Oh, we've finally drawn HUD. This is looking a little bit like it might be Star-Lord again. Okay, never mind, it's end of turn. And some future. Not the solution I was hoping for, but do bishop here. Wow, okay. We might be in trouble. They're kind of drawing everything in their deck. Yeah, I can't do anything about that for now either. And now all I can do is fill the left location. If I play Sasquatch there with something else, I always do that. Sasquatch could be a surprise. We'll play once in future here. Now this is the thing, if I snap here, I automatically win the left location unless they fill everything. It's just about winning the right. If only I could play sentry on the right.
Snap.
I'm snapping purely for strategy here, rather than the fact that I think I'm going to win. It guarantees me the left lane, so... yeah, we're actually fine. Actually, we're not fine. Because Hydra Bob is just gonna jump back on himself again. Forgot that's how that works. But it's an even number, right? So he will always end up back on the left. Yeah. Oops. I don't want to think that En Sabah Nur is making this deck worse, but honestly, every single thing that it's done so far has been almost a net negative. It's pulled HUD from my deck twice. One time it replaced something better than HUD. And another time it pulled sentry on the right location, then clogged the location. Oh, you're gonna have to start doing some more crazy things, otherwise I'm about to I'm about to not play you until they buff you. Okay, we do Rhino once in future. I can see why people are running Ghost. There's a lot of end of turn decks floating around. Sasquatch into Surge. Give me HUD, please. My brain was so confused, I had no idea where this rock came from. For a second. But it was Rhino. Okay, let's see what you do this time. Are you going to give me anything other than HUD? Let's find out. Bishop. Okay, I can live with Bishop. I can live with Bishop, and then we do this, right? Rhino's the only one that probably won't get turned into something better, but as long as are they just gonna play Prodigy into Invisible One? That's good. Yeah, they are. Okay. I mean, that's fine, though, because they don't even win the middle location, so...
Victory!
That works. I don't actually know what that emote means. Can't lie, but I only ever see people play it when they lose. Okay. Mysterio's getting played just for... No. And I suppose Bishop. Next turn it would be nice to get a 2-drop, but if not, it's probably just no that I'm playing. Okay. Not feeling too bad about this one so far.
Snap!
I think I'll just snap anyway. It's more than likely a bot by the looks of things. But I want to see if I can pull some more cubes from this deck, which seems to be made worse, sadly, by the fact that the new card is in it.
Opponent snapped!
Okay, they snapped. That's interesting. I swear, if this guy turns Mysterio into HUD again, I am calling it. I'm calling it. Okay. There has been worse. There has been worse. We can do Sentry into Omniversal. And then I think we're fine. We get 2 more points to the right, just in case. Sentry makes middle 14. Bishop goes above. Juggernaut. Okay. Nice. Finally. This card. I don't even know what to say. I'm just about to go record the intro though, so I guess you guys will have already known my thoughts.